Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Virgo, this is a special reading all about what your dreams are trying to tell you. I had a pretty memorable, significant dream a couple weeks ago, and it's what spawned this series. So I hope that you are doing well. I have 3 decks that I'm going to use for your reading today. First one for the overall energy is from the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, and then I'm going to be using Oracle. I think I was trying to say Oracle and Tarot at the same time. I think that's what happened, that my brain had a shutdown. Oracle and Tarot, one from Oracle, the Mystical Moments, and Tarot of the Mystical Moments, both by Katrin Wilstein. So, cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo. Okay, none of those came in the upright, so we'll shuffle again. Wow, I'm gonna stop for a moment. I'm having some stuttering issues, which is very strange. I don't know if I don't stutter, so I don't know if you are having issues with that, having issues with communicating. For Virgo, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. These didn't, okay. Things are falling out. Oh, there we go, thank you. But they were not falling out in the upright, so I couldn't take them. You got number 38. Which reduces to 11, which is the Justice card in the Major Arcana Libra energy. Justice card talks about karmic justice, talks about legal matters, but the words are the bridge, showing this. It's interesting, it's a rainbow bridge. So when you talk about the rainbow bridge, we could talk about a pet, a beloved pet that is in spirit. I have many pets in spirit, one of whom is one of my spirit guides. His name was Leo, and he's amazing. Your name could be Leo. You could have Leo placements in your chart. You could be dealing with a Leo. This is so interesting. Is there somebody in your life that you have been dreaming really heavily about that you haven't seen for a while? Is that person in spirit, or are they just very, very far away? Perhaps you've been astral projecting to try and connect with them in the astral. For those of you who are not familiar, astral projecting is when we are in kind of theta wave sleep. So we're not quite asleep, we're not quite awake, we're conscious of everything in the room that we're sleeping in. But we're also conscious of the fact that we can't move our bodies because we're outside of our bodies. We are able to leave our bodies and travel wherever we want to go. And some people are very good at astral projecting, and they can go around the world. I've only astral projected, truly, I've only astral projected probably 3 times. None of them were really by choice. And once I astral projected to the International Space Station. That was the furthest I'd ever gone. And I looked down and I could see Earth, and it was astounding. It was so powerful that it completely changed my life. So you could be dealing with something like that. You could be seeing somebody in your dreams who has transitioned. doesn't always have to be that. It could just be you having dreams about a person that you've lost touch with. That I feel as though I'm having problems with my throat chakra. So you might not have talked to this person for a very long time. You might want to reach out to them, connect with them again. The fact that the bridge is here, it's almost like a little bit putting the onus on you. That if a connection is to be made, that you are going to be the one that makes it, because the other person might not have the wherewithal to do it, may be afraid to do it. Take it as it resonates. I don't know, are Virgos known for being very forthright about connecting to people that they haven't connected with in a while? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm feeling hesitation. I don't necessarily think I feel hesitation on your part. I do think that I'm feeling that I just heard the expression falling on deaf ears, which means you could say something to somebody, but they're not listening. They're not comprehending. But in a way, Spirit wants me to ask you, is your portion of it to make them comprehend, or is your portion of it simply to reach out and connect? You can't ever control what other people are going to do and how they're going to react, but we can control what we put out into the world, right? So I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. There is no set spread. I'm just going to read the cards that come out and give you a channeled message based on those cards. Three cards Oracle came out, now 3 cards of Tarot. Amazing and interesting, and I said in my head it'll be amazing if all of these depictions come out divine feminine, which they did. Which is interesting, right? Because, thank you, Spirit, I just said, you know, maybe it's your job to, in this instance, maybe you're the one offering, you're the one reaching out, perhaps because the other person might not be. And then all divine feminines show up here. So divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, we have both within each and every one of us. Represents, the divine feminine represents the more passive player, the one who attracts, does not chase. And so I'm feeling a little bit of conflict within that in and of itself, because perhaps you want to be the one that reaches out. Perhaps you're not afraid of that at all. And all the divine feminines here is kind of telling me that Spirit is showing that you should be in a very, you should take the more passive approach and let that person come to you, even if it takes longer than you think it should. Perhaps because you've had a history of always making the first move, always taking the first step. I don't want to say you're a chaser or anything. That's not what I'm saying, but it's more, perhaps it's your time to just let someone come to you. Number 51 introduces to a 6, the Lover's card, to the moon and back, to the moon and back. This is a beautiful energy. And anytime we see the moon, represents mystery, illusions, confusions, and secrets. And also, this particular card reminds me of It's a Wonderful Life. If you've never seen that movie, it's a classic black and white film, although they put it in Technicolor now, but it's with Jimmy Stewart. And his love interest in the movie, they share this romantic moment, and he says that he wants to lasso the moon and bring it down to her. Right? So there's something, again, it's that who's taking the onus of bringing something in. It's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is hard work, commitment, dedication, investment. So I feel like this is about a person as opposed to like a job or like a whatever. It's a person. And they meant a lot to you, or they mean a lot to you. And if they're in spirit, then you're trying to look for signs. And if they're not in spirit, you're trying to look for signs. Should I reach out? Should I connect? There is a connection that Spirit's showing me that wants to be made. But it's almost like connection involves two people. And even as I held these two cards up, they're not looking at each other. This is a clarifying card for this. Now, I could have held it this way, but I didn't. I held it this way. They're not looking at each other. They're both kind of doing their own thing. But it's almost like this is in the background. It's the background noise. It's the words unspoken. The gestures unseen. I don't know if this is like a former love interest. So we did have a reference to the Lover's card. Lover's card is not just about divine partnership, but it's also about choice. Making the decision to connect or to not connect. I'm going to get a clarifier for to the moon and back. What does that mean, Spirit? Two cards came out. Two of Wands and the Page of Swords. Okay, so Two of Wands in the reverse, it's kind of like having made a decision, but really being in a space of curiosity. So Two of Wands in the upright talks about like we're torn between two paths. When the card is in reverse, it's like the choice has already been made, which route we're taking, left or right. But then the Page of Swords here is all about curiosity, about learning and curiosity and exploration. And it's those initial steps, right? So there could be this feeling in you where it's just like, okay, I've decided that I want to connect to this person, but I'm just going to like ping them or just say, hey, it's been a while, or, you know, send them a funny meme, right? It's kind of, the Spirit did want me to use the word immature. It's not like having a direct conversation, like saying, I miss you, I love you, can we get together, can I apologize? Or if you don't have to, if there's no apology from you, you know, like, can we talk? I think there's some misunderstanding, or I miss you and life has gotten in the way, but that's no excuse. You know, like kind of sending somebody a meme if you haven't talked to them in 5 years or whatever it is. It's not the best approach. So I kind of see that though happening with this card, because it's student energy. It's very young energy. But you know, you do you, Virgo. So I'm looking at this card and it's like he's standing on the stack of books, which are, it doesn't feel as stable as it should. And then here's this little dandelion he's holding on to, and like all of the seeds of the dandelion are floating away, and then it's not, there's nothing stable. It doesn't feel stable. I don't think that, I feel as though if you take this approach, and you have free will, do what you want, but I feel as though if you take this approach, you're not going to like the response. Or you're not going to get a response. Because I see this here as like something that's authentic. And for some reason, this feels inauthentic. I don't know why. It's just a feeling that it's my intuition saying that. Let me get a clarifier and see what Spirit has to say. Okay, 3 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, see? Ace of Cups in reverse. 3 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. 3 of Cups can talk about celebration, friends coming together. This could be a person that your friend group doesn't like. Ace of Cups is brand new beginning in love, and both of them are in the reverse. I don't feel any sense of community. I don't feel any, it's like love lost. This could be past energy. I'm not reading past, present, and future, but this could be past energy. Like this is like maybe this person was not a romantic partner, but a friend. And something went down in the friend group and you're not friends anymore. There was love lost. Trying to make a small little gesture forward towards them. Take it as it resonates. Number 12. All is connected. The Hanged Man. I have gotten the Hanged Man in a couple of readings now. Hanged Man talks about needing a perspective. A great big perspective. Being too close to the situation, and we just need to hang back a little bit and see the complexity. It's interesting. I never noticed this before. There's a little spider there. Spiders have been coming up a lot. Not in this reading or whatever. In the last couple of readings, spider webs have shown up. But just even in tarot readings that I've watched, webs, spider webs, spiders, those have been recurring themes lately. And it's all afternoon. I've been looking at the sunlight coming through my window on my plants, and I've been looking at spider webs and realizing, oh God, I have to clean those out. But I wouldn't see them unless the light was hitting a certain way and I was sitting here able to witness them, right? So there's something to that. Maybe a spider is a symbol for you. The words all are connected though, so it's kind of like, even here, this is a synchronicity of connection. Could be difficult to, it's very tenuous. I feel as though these strings that are connecting are very tenuous. They're very fragile. It's clarified by the number 20, Judgment. Judgment can talk about answering the call of spirit. It can also talk about resurrecting something from the dead or the past. Very synchronous for what we've been talking about so far. Is it worth it? I just heard somebody say, is it worth it? Can I get a clarifier on the Judgment card? Knight of Pentacles. Well, this feels authentic. Knight of Pentacles, Knights bring messages, and Pentacles is earth energy, so it's a message kind of, we're not talking about, oh, your higher self and my higher self are talking. That's in the 5D, and that's not what we're talking about. Pentacles is earth energy, so it's the message on the earthly plane. It is authentic. I mean, and that's what Spirit is asking for right now. Authenticity. Not quite, not like this. This feels, honestly, Virgo, you know what I heard? You could do better. Or they could do better. Somebody could do better than this. This is better. Coming as I am, like showing up as I am. Number 31 is next, which reduces to a 4. The Emperor card in the Major Arcana, Aries energy. And the words are Lorelei. So there are a couple of characters in this Oracle deck that have names. One is Eva. She showed up in the Leo reading. She's a little tricky. Lorelei doesn't seem very on the up and up. Lorelei also seems a little tricky. You can see here, she's like a mermaid slash siren. She looks really cute and innocent, and then you realize she's holding that boat back. She's got the control, the anchor. You know, are they anchoring towards her, or are they trying to get away? The number 4 referenced here with the Emperor card talks about being in control. It talks about having the power of all 4 kings, the divine masculine, and not liking things to be any other way. So there could be a sense of, could be control issues that you're having around this connection. You want to be the one in control. Why? 9 of Wands here, because you've been hurt. You have all the scars to show for it. 9 of Wands is usually referred to as the Wounded Warrior card. Still standing, but bruised and battered. So because you've been bruised and battered, it's like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. There's still some hang-ups here. So before you reconnect to whoever you're reconnecting to, you want to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth reconnecting to this person? And if this is somebody in spirit, this could be somebody that you had a tenuous relationship with. Because, you know, I recently lost somebody. If you've watched my Honey Drop stories, the latest installment is about an old friend that passed away. And we had not been talking for like a year. And just because he's passed away doesn't mean that just automatically poof disappears. They're an amazing person because they're dead, right? And I don't mean to sound, he knows. He's like, now he's one of my spirit guides, but like, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but like, that's the reality of it. Just because people are not in our lives anymore doesn't mean that they didn't hurt us. And just because we forgive them doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And it felt really important to say that because I saw this card. But that being said, if you're going to invite somebody back into your life that has maybe hurt you or caused some kind of pain, it's not for you to just hold it over their heads for the rest of their lives. If you're going to do that, just leave it alone. Right? Then you don't, if that person is going to make you feel that way, then you don't want that person in your life. Right? I mean, Queen of Wands, clarifying that. It's like, step into your self-confidence and know your beauty, know your worth, know your power. I don't know that anybody else got this card. Like, you have nothing to prove. I think that's what, you have nothing to prove. This is what you're radiating, with or without this person. I'm going to read from the book now, number 38, The Bridge. The connection, the line, the gate. The link, excuse me, the connection, the link, the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing, separating, and saying no. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. We open up to otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. When we enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our life, relationships, ideologies, histories. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. Imagine building a bridge, then imagine building a wall. Which energy is needed for the situation at hand? Which image softens and heals the heart? That's a really beautiful message. That's your reading, Virgo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Virgo.